Hello again, everyone. I just want to do a quick video today with a couple of techniques that you can use with embossing dies. I got these on clearance the other day in Craft Stash, and I really rather care for the look of them. They're just pine cones, but they don't cut anything out. All they do is make an impression into the card. So what I thought I would do here, this morning I was making a couple of commission cards, and I had this piece of background left over from one of them. Got this out of the drawer, it's been there for years, used half of it, and I thought I'd use the other half for this. So what I want to do is, I've just popped some of these dies all over this background, and I'm just going to run it through my Platinum 6. Embossing dies don't need a rubber mat. If you want to emboss with a regular die, so that it doesn't cut but just embosses, then you need a rubber mat. But if they are specifically embossing dies, you just use the same sandwich for a regular die. Okay, so let me put this onto the cutting machine. I've just laid a few out in an all over pattern, and I'm just going to run them through. Sound like a pirate, don't I? I'm going to run you through. Right. Now then, let's have a look. Not much will be evident at the moment, but the impression is there. It's really, actually, it's rather nice on there. That's really rather pretty. It looks sort of really frosty. What I was going to do was to drag an ink pad over it, which I will do just to show you, but I actually quite like the look of it like this. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I want to choose a colour that's very close to these. So what shall we use? There's Broken China, Peacock Feathers, Mermaid Lagoon. We have quite a choice, don't we? Salvage Patterners over there, Tumblecloth. Shall we try Broken China? Let's try Broken China. I haven't used that for a while. It's over this side. Here we go. Right, with my ink pad, I'm just going to drag this across the surface. Isn't that pretty? Put as much or as little as you like on, really. I think what I might do now is just do a few splashes of water. See any? Leave them to do their stuff. You see, I mean, you could use any colours, any card, any paper, and you get a lovely impression. Well, that's the first thing. The second thing I wanted to do was, I mean, I may well go around that with a bit of silver gilding wax as well. It's rather wet at the moment. I don't think I can do that, but I could distress the edges, put on some silver gilding wax, but it's kind of a pretty background, isn't it? Let me just put that on one side. The second thing I want to do is to use these as letterpress. So I've done one there already, which I would just show you. I thought I'd try a little trio here, a little triptych. Let me just cut these out. This is a Sizzix die. Right. This is that craft card that I was given from a friend whose father was a printer. Oh, I've taken some of the surface off here. Right, now then, let's just pop these out for a minute. what I want to do is this. Choose some of these. I've got some little tiddlers. Let's have some of the smaller ones. But what I'm going to do before I put them on there is to stamp them with some gold ink. So let's just, there's 3, I can use those 3. Just stamp them all over with some gold ink. Later on I'll do something and make up something with the cards, but I was such a long time doing one of these cards this morning, trying to make an image look like a particular rugby club was a bit trying, but I got there. Can't show you yet because the birthday hasn't arrived yet. Okay, let me just pick these up and put them onto the little squares. I don't necessarily want them to fit on. I'd like them kind of half hanging off maybe, or just how they land might do really. Not too keen on this one's orientation. I'll just move it slightly. Okay, that'll do. Let me just pop those through my die cutting machine. Here we are. Oof. Oh, it's escaping. And can you see? See that? Isn't that lovely? So any metallic ink would do. You could even regular ink, but look at that. And then if you were to perhaps gild this outside piece and pop these back in, isn't that sweet? Look at that. Don't you think that's terrific? So use your embossing dies as letterpress dies. I think it's great fun. Shall I just do something with this frame? Just for a minute. Let me just see. I think this is rather nice. Where's my gold? I bought some copper embossing paste as well, which came yesterday. So, where's mine? So let's just do, let's gild this. Doesn't it look fabulous? Oh. There we are. Pop these back in. Isn't that terrific? Pop it onto a card, quick sentiment, and you're done. I think the possibilities for these things is absolutely terrific. If you wanted to, this one you could see I dragged some ink over the top. I've gilded the edges. I spritzed it with a little glimmer mist kind of thing. It was one of these. It was this one actually, but this one, it's so old, and the top was totally clogged up. I tried, cleaning it out and using it in warm water, but it didn't work. So I just decanted it into one of these cheapest chips little bottles, and now that works beautifully. I need to give it a shake because it's been sitting there for a couple of days, but the possibilities are just incredible. So, embossing dies. Think about it. Have a bit of fun. Thank you so much for watching.